Alright, so we just pulled up to rescue the boy Alex here. His fuel return popped off, which is never a fun situation, so we brought him some tools. So, what's the update?
Oh, I already put it on.
You already put it on?
Yeah.
Do you trust it?
I mean, he put it on to start with, so
It'll be alright.
That is true. Well, put like 2 zip ties.
Well, I can't.
You can't?
you want to click that excess?
Booshaw.
You have pliers too, right?
I don't know what I got. I don't have anything to clip it with now. So,
I think I have a
you have a...
I thought I had a knife on me.
It doesn't matter. They're all going to be distracted by this. Nobody's going to see the zip tie over there.
There's no way.
I don't think that's gonna
No.
You're gonna break something.
Well, he could...
No, I was just tightening
You
it.
can tighten it like that, yeah.
I thought you were trying to yank that off. I was like,
I mean, you could twist it, but you risk breaking the zip tie then, so...
and the fucking everything else on there.
Yeah, well, that's the return to go back into.
Yeah,
it.
so that's not pressurized,
It was
right?
like when I got on it, and then I got I was getting on it and I was going into boost. It freaking just popped right off and it just had 0 oil pressure. Smelled all the E and I was like,
Oh my god. It's a lemon. Just like this. So yeah, today we took out the McLaren. I was gonna wash it, but they needed help, so no car wash, and it looks kind of hazy. I haven't washed it in months. I mean, it's just been in the garage, so it just has that natural garage haze to it. But anyways, we're gonna head to the meet and we'll see what kind of builds are awaiting us. First collection of cars that we saw were absolute gems for California car standards. We have sports sticker right there. Don't know what it says. We have the blank EE37s. We got the chrome reflective tint with flames on it. We have a cool tribal style decal going down the side. Honestly, the tribal decal is like the best part in my opinion. And then it says dirty hands, clean money on the Honda Civic from like 2010. We got the tow hook. We got bullet holes on the top of the trunk. This guy took on a helicopter or something. Must have been the heist car from GTA. Don't know what the story is behind that, but I don't want to mess with this guy. We have the blue spray painted rotors and more close-ups of the 37s. And then on the roof, we have vortex generators, a little rear window spoiler. It was just overall just an absolute gem. Perfect 10 out of 10 Cali car right here. Love the car scene. It's my favorite. Right next to him is boy Superman pulled up to the meet. Hey, yo, we got Clark Kent somewhere around here. Although I don't know how much crime Clark Kent would be stopping if he was pulling up in the Honda Accord. We got his sponsors right here. Hell yeah, love that shit, buddy. So proud of you for getting sponsors. We got the Superman logos. We got bunch of stickers on the rear window, big ass wing, need all the downforce, or it's just so Clark Kent, you know, if he needs to get somewhere ASAP, he could just fly away with that big old wing. Parked next to the fake Hellcat. It's actually a V6 Challenger right here. Sick. Seen him at meets a couple times. He has a fake tow hook. I'll show you guys in a second. But yeah, Clark Kent pulling up in style, ready to steal your bitch in the Honda Accord Coupe. Love the decals on it. Looks super fierce. Getting ready for Halloween, dressing up your car like it's a little kid. Right next to that, though, yeah, like I said, we got the fake Hellcat. We got Wolverine scratch marks right here. It's kind of just like the trio of superhero cars. Wolverine seems to face fuck this one. While Wolverine was there, he might have put on the fake tow hook. I think I show a close-up of that. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I do, though. So just wait. Here's the piece of resistance. It's literally the same fake tow hook I use in my Ricer car like Super video when I riced out my Super a while back. I still have to rice it out. I know I owe you guys a good rice special on my Supra. I made a promise a long time ago. I ain't forget it. I just think it'd be funny to do it when my Supra makes 1,000 horsepower once the motor's back. So that'll be fun. Anyways, next to that was another Honda Civic. I think we've seen this guy at meets too, so I'm not going to bash on the car too much. I mean, the front end is camouflaged. The fenders aren't, and the rest of the car isn't. So I don't know if he ran out of stickers or what. But the one thing I noticed that was really odd was he has nittos. Okay, well, and he has fake carbon fenders. But besides that, okay, let's just get past that. Whatever, it's a Honda Civic. I don't care. His nittos. I was looking at the stickers and I was like, nitto, R888R. That's not a nitto tire. That is a Toyo tire. And the best part is the actual tires aren't nittos. They're not. I don't know what they were, but they weren't nittos and they weren't Toyos and they weren't anything. Yeah, they're P600s. I don't know what those are. Maybe they are nittos. I don't know. I couldn't see it underneath the stickers. Hopefully this guy fixes his broken heart soon. He's just riding it on his car, so maybe that'll pull some emo bitch. And then, yeah, she can give him the Gok 3000, and then he doesn't need broken hearts anymore. Next car was an absolute survivor. This is actually really clean here. I like this. I feel bad because I know somebody's gram must have passed away because this thing is absolutely mint. It's completely unmolested, looks 100% clean. I mean, okay, not 100%. The interior was shockingly clean. It does have a cracked dash, but besides that, look at that. It looks like nobody's ripped ass in those seats in years. Underneath the hood, completely stock. I bet if you went to Nissan right now, they would still value the warranty on this thing because it is completely stock. Definitely no sad boys have gotten their hands on this thing. A little bit of brake dust. The wheels are cool and everything like that. The paint has some flaws. It's not perfect by any means. Sorry, my pop filter isn't on. Let me put it on really quick. Does that sound any better, guys? Sorry about that. Anyways, yeah, the paint isn't super clean, but I mean, for what it is, it's an S13. You know, do you expect the paint to be clean? No, usually I expect these things to be bondoed to shit already. A little shitty paint isn't anything to cry about when it comes to this car. Nearby was this sick Camaro RS with a fake forged carbon wrap hood. I'm not going to blame the guy for this. When I used to work at the dealership, they would fake carbon wrap the hoods on the Camaros. They would wrap the RS's hood with carbon fiber, and it was the fakest shit ever. That's when I realized, wow, dealerships are just as stupid as people. But then again, they know that stupid people will buy that shit. So I don't even think that this guy did it himself. I'm sure a dealership did this and sold it to him and probably charged him $2,000 for that. I'm not even shitting on you. I bet they upsold his ass. I 100% believe that. If not, if he chose to do this, then he's just as stupid. Nearby was this cool Camaro. My bad. Did I really just say Camaro? It's clearly a Mustang. It's an S550 Mustang. He has the full, complete package of welds. Super expensive wheels. There were a couple kids in front of the car, so I couldn't do an intercooler check and see if he's got any intercooler or anything like that, a heat exchanger, anything. The only thing I could do was really admire his wheels, and it was a super aggressive looking Mustang. He's got the Euro tail lights as well. Really clean, love it. I hope he's got the power to back it up. I hope he's got the power. That's all I gotta say. Nowadays, drag pack is the first mod, and I'm not a fan of it. It looks cool, but you gotta have the power to back it up. Also nearby was this Q50, and look, this is where we're getting to the good cars, okay? We had the racers at the beginning. Drew is not a hater 24/7. He likes cars. He likes cool cars. These are the CR1s. I used to have those CR1s on my Supra. I got flamed for them, but I loved them. I really liked them. Oh, they're fake BBSs. You fake BBSs. I don't like BBS spoke designs. I'm just going to say that. I don't like the LMs. The LMs don't look good in my opinion. They look good on some cars. I'm just not a huge fan of them. Anyways, this Q50 had giant exhaust tips. They really filled in the bumper cutouts like a lot. It looked pretty mean. I loved it. But yeah, I think most people are starting to realize real wheels don't matter as much anymore. If you want to rock different wheels, as long as they're not cheap ass reps, and I mean cheap JNC other stuff, you guys know which ones I'm talking about. As long as they're not that, you'll be fine. As long as the fitment's good, that's all I really care about nowadays. You know what doesn't have good fitment? This FRS right here, and it doesn't have a good couple things. You'll see that in a second. Anyways, the wrap, questionable, looks a little dated. It's not the worst color ever, but the bumper fitment, not so great. The wheel fitment, not so great. And then the rolled up cum rag fender, definitely not so great. That looks like it hurt. I don't know what you hit. I don't know what hit you, but damn, that shit looks rough. I don't know how your door is also really clean as well. Like, one would think that your door would be fucked. You might have replaced a door, but then you rewrapped it perfectly to match. Like, that's pretty impressive. I don't know. He's also on a spare. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. And then he has some, like, metal cables like holding his wing together like scaffolding that are extremely loose. Like, I wanted to try to play this goddamn wing like a guitar. Maybe I can get a little note out of it, you know, strum that shit, but I wasn't going to touch another man's car. That's just breaking the rules right there. Wasn't going to do it. But yeah, they were loose. I'm sure they flap around in the wind. Probably don't look that solid, you know, probably definitely not doing anything. I don't even know why I would have to explain that to anyone. They're not doing jack shit. Anyways, yeah, he pulled up to the meet on the spare. Still got to get to that meet. My fender might be crunched. My bumper might be hanging on by a fucking pubic hair, and my spare tire is on, but we got to get to that meet. We got to get to that meet, fellas. Got to pull up and flex on the bitches. Anyways, after that, we saw this very clean Infiniti G35. Those words rarely come out of my mouth. Usually when I'm talking about a G35, it's either smacking some kid at a takeover or it's absolutely clapped. This one, although maybe needs a paint correction, it's nice. It's a nice wide-body G35. It looks like it's aired out. It looks like the fitment's good. It's got some super deep dish. I'm assuming 3-piece wheels because holy shit, that thing is deep dish. Like, look at that thing. Fucking super deep dish. And it was tastefully done. Again, besides all the swirls that make it look like you ran this thing through a fucking automatic car wash. Besides all that, I liked it. It was cool. It was tastefully done. Didn't have a big chassis mounted wing that ruined it. It It looked nice. Anyways, this Subie was a subscriber's car. He went for a more like stanced look, you know, slammed to the floor, wheels tucked and everything. Are they real works? I can't tell from here. I know I just said, you know, as long as you ain't got on some cheap reps that are gonna break, you're fine. I don't know. I couldn't tell if those were real or not. He is super fucking low. I'm assuming it once again he's on bags because I just can't imagine you're driving around like this. If you do, you've got some giant nuts. Giant nuts. Everyone, this guy's listening to a guy talk about giant nuts. Anyways, now that everyone in the library is looking at you, let's move on. This is my buddy's Z06. I might just ask him if I could review it. He is the owner of Nitrous Supply, which is where I was getting my nitrous for the Civic. They had a C8, decided the base C8 wasn't enough, got the Z06. Must be nice, right? Very nice looking Z06. I think it's the second one I've ever seen. I forgot he even had it. This is where GM really shows that they know what they're doing. Like I hate the base C8. I think it looks flaccid. I think it looks flat. It looks lame. GM, from the wheels to the exhaust tips on this car, they really knocked it out of the park. This is a hell of an upgrade over the base C8. Just besides the performance aspect, it just looks 10 times better. Like you don't even have to modify it. Maybe just give it a wash next time, Johnny. Anyways, this guy, I talked to him after the meet, had a 650. Very nice looking 650. He does need a VooDoo exhaust though. So if you're watching this video, buddy, I sent you a DM. We were chatting. You wanted to potentially modify your car, reply and I'll get you hooked up. Because the stock exhaust just ain't cutting it. You gotta get that VooDoo exhaust. Anyways, after that we saw another pretty clean looking Subie. I forgot why I recorded it. Why did I record it? I mean it just looked clean. I mean it was just a clean looking Subie. Usually when I'm like recording these in person, I'm thinking of what I'm gonna say in the video and I'm like taking mental notes. I don't know why I filmed this one. It's a decent looking STI. I think it's an STI. I can't even tell from here. It looks cool. And now back to the shitty cars. Look at this gem right here. I will say he is on Japanese wheels though. These bad boys are Enkis. Look at that little center hubcap right there. They're so tiny. They're so adorable. If he dropped this down, maybe got a new carbon hood, maybe blew another $20,000 just to buy a better car, then it might be cooler. Anyways, after that, we saw 400Z. I think this is like the second one I've seen in person, and this one in its nice like sleek metallic silver. I don't know if they call this a silver or gray. Either way, it got me bricked up. Like this car was just it looks so much wider in person than it actually does. And normally I would complain about this guy parking like a douche, but hey, bro, you're in a brand new 400Z. I get it. You don't want the guy in the leased Honda Civic with 400 credit score to park next to you. You don't want that. You don't want that door ding. That's an automatic door ding. I never noticed how pointy the front end was either. Like I was really just like staring at it and I was like, damn, that's a lot more aggressive than I thought. Like I thought it was a little bit more curvy around the front, like a 350 or a 370. No, that thing is like a shark fin point. Like that thing is, look at that, pointy as hell. Kind of looks like an ND Miata. If you like squint hard enough and picture it looking like that, it kind of looks like that. Anyways, after that, we saw this old Chevy Silverado, and it was nice looking. I'm not a huge fan of the color. I think Nardo gray or this battleship gray is a little overdone. It's a little too flat looking on this. I was talking to my buddies, and I was like, you know, it is also overdone, but just a nice cherry red, just a nice like deep like vampire cherry red. Just they look so good on these trucks, just having that deep metallic. With it not, it just looks like a primered out truck. That's kind of just what it looks like. It's his truck, he can do whatever he wants. I'm just giving my own opinion. The rest of the truck is 100% clean. I just the color's a little bit too flat for me, just a little too flat. These trucks look so good with that metallic paint. Whatever color it is, make it metallic. Anyways, after this it started getting really ratchet. I'm just gonna let you watch as my ears bled in person. It got really bad. Like this EcoBoost right here. This is one of my boys' cars. It's not his car anymore. He sold it about a year ago, and I sent him the video, and I was like, "Well, here's your car." A year later, and this is what it looks like now. He sold it, and it was bone stock. I think he had a blow-off valve. It was just an EcoBoost. He wasn't a huge car guy. He now has a Chevy SS, so Camaro SS. So he's upgraded. But yeah, now his EcoBoost has been turned into a 9mm simulator. So yeah, check it out. V6 menacingly in the background.